probably would have to play a perfect game, but we definitely did, and I thought we had a pretty good first period. We started to falter a bit in the second, and it would have been nice to get out of the second period tied 1-1. It didn't work out. It's unfortunate Matt Ford loses his stick, and all of a sudden they expose him in the D zone. And so from there, it's a bit of a different mindset at home when you're going into the third period if you're tied or down by one, and we just couldn't get anything going, and then they capitalized on some of our mistakes. So it's disappointing. We were really trying to get through this series. We're going to get reinforcements if we did. It didn't work out that way, but I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the guys for sticking with it all year. A lot of people counted us out around Christmas time, and our guys did a great job going on a good run and getting into the playoffs. So disappointing, but we've got to move on.
No excuses, but when you don't have Tank Brady and you're missing all that offense, how difficult is that to play this kind of Game 5?
Well, very difficult. He's a big part of our team. He's a big body. They got Buddy Robinson back from suspension. We lose to Tango. It's a pretty big swing. But I still thought that we had enough to get it done. Didn't work out that way. But when you lose a guy like Tango, Burrito, Turgeon, Axel Holmstrom, those injuries or suspensions sting a bit because our guys worked hard tonight, but we lost a lot of creativity and offense.
A lot of questions about your future. Do you think this impressive run you guys made to the playoffs this year is only helpful for you and your resume too?
We'll see. Like I said, a lot of people counted us out. I pride myself in making the playoffs, and I didn't want this year to be the first time. And so the guys came through. We'll see what happens to my future. I don't know. I still have a contract here. I like it here a lot. We'll see what happens.
How would you sum up your time in Grand Rapids thus far?
Pardon me?
How would you sum up your time in Grand Rapids thus far as a coach?
Oh, it's been good. It's been really good. It's hard enough to make the playoffs in this league, especially when you're dealt with injuries, call-ups. Your lineup changes every night. I think it's a tougher league to coach than the National League, to be quite honest with you, because there's so many moving parts. But I think it's been successful. We won the Cup last year. This year, first round knockout doesn't sit well, but there's a lot of circumstances that are out of our control.
Considering where the team was in November and early December, is an accomplishment to get this far? Or is it
I think so, but you always want more, right? You definitely get greedy. You go into a road trip and you play 4 games in the road and you think, well, if we get a split, that'll be great. Then all of a sudden, you win the first 3. Well, you get pretty greedy and you want that 4th game. And so that's just the way we are. We always wanted more. I truly think that things would have lined up really well if we could have got through tonight. But it didn't work out. So it was a situation where if we would have won the game, it would have worked out.
Several of your players talked about how much they enjoyed playing for you and how you're one of their favorite coaches. What does it mean to you to have your players feel like they have that relationship with you?
Well, it feels really good. I strive to get to know the players on a personal basis. It helps me to figure out which buttons to push on a certain individual. And everybody's different. Some guys need a kick in the butt, some guys need a hug. And if I don't get to know them, how am I supposed to figure out what makes this guy tick? But the players are great. If they did say that about me, I thank them very much. But they gave me what they had, and I think that's all a coach can ask for.
Todd, how do you balance a little bit of the personal aspirations to be an NHL coach with the accomplishments of what you've done here and the comfort level that exists here too?
It's not as comfortable as you think. There was pressure to get to the playoffs this year. But how do I balance it? I'm not thinking too far ahead right now. I got to process what just happened. We have to do exit interviews with the players and see where we're at, and I'm sure I'll get feedback from management to see where myself and our coaching staff is at. Once that's done, then we'll see what happens. But obviously, that's a goal of mine, is to move on. But if it doesn't happen, this is a great place to work. Fantastic people. Grand Rapids organization is fantastic to work with. The Wings are fantastic to work with. Like I said, I'm just going to try to process this.
Can you comment on the season that Phil Veronic had? And, all age, all rookie team.
Yeah.
He really seemed to embrace the moment.
He did, and you know what? At the start of every season, when you have young players and you're, blending them in, he wasn't a regular at the start. Then once Ryan Sproul got traded, that made room for him to step in, and he steadily improved. And just when I thought maybe in February that he capped out about his, with his improvement, he took it to a whole different level, and it was a tremendous first season for him. Really put himself on the map with the organization. I'm sure, like Jeff's been here, Jeff Blashill's been here, Ken, Ryan, they've been watching a lot of our games, and he's putting himself in a good opportunity to play some national hockey games next year. Maybe this season, I don't know. It'll be up to him at training camp to see where he's at, but he exceeded my expectations.
So you were surprised a little bit about how he...
I knew he was going to be good, but I didn't think that he would develop as quick as he has.
How about Hickey's second season as a pro? A little tougher than the
Him
first
and
one?
Svechnikov had very similar seasons. They were up and down. It was a bit of a roller coaster ride, and I think maybe, I don't know if it's a sophomore thing or what. I think they just have to go through those times to make them stronger, and I'm sure that they'll both be ready for a good season next season. But both guys are very, very similar, where they had up and down seasons.